Okay, this is Orlando Wilson. What I want to talk about now, quickly, is express kidnappings. Express kidnappings can happen anywhere these days, and do. What an express kidnapping is to me is nothing but an extended street robbery. This is where the street robbers, the muggers, the thieves have moved up a notch. They've moved up to taking somebody possibly for a couple of days, trying to ransom them, but at minimum, they're going to take somebody for a few hours, a day, max out their credit cards, take whatever valuables they've got, and try to get a ransom. Generally, with the express kidnappings, the ransoms are small, and the criminals want them paid quickly. How the criminals work, they'll go out, patrol the streets, and look for victims. How do they identify their victims? Well, people are generally not security aware. People that are driving flash cars. People that are wearing too much bling jewelry. People that are drawing attention to themselves. People that look like easy targets. Once they identify that person, they'll snatch them. Criminals generally work in groups, armed groups, and of course, they're going to have transportation. The best defense against express kidnapping is personal awareness. Always aware of your situation, always making sure you're not being watched, always making sure you're not being followed. If you identify you're being watched and followed, then you need to have procedures in place to get off the street or get to somewhere safe. Now, I'll give you a story. There was a guy, an insurance guy, who went into Venezuela quite a few years ago. What he did was something stupid. He got into a taxi at the airport. The taxi driver took him outside of the airport. When he got outside of the airport, in jumped two other guys with guns. He was kidnapped. They took him around the town, took him around the city, emptied his bank accounts, took his valuables, fingerprinted him, told him if he reported to the police, they'd find him and kill him because they work with the police, which they most probably did. He was lucky. He says all the time he was being driven around Caracas, there was somebody on the phone constantly, one of the kidnappers. And what that kidnapper was trying to do was sell him on to other people. The express guys generally want quick money. They don't want an extended kidnapping because that takes planning, preparation, and logistics. These guys just wanted to make quick money. He was lucky because the fact he's a foreigner, I'd say, saved him. If a Brit is kidnapped somewhere, then there's issues. The police are called, there's media attention, etc. If he was a wealthy local, he'd have been screwed. But a wealthy local wouldn't be stupid enough to get into a taxi. A wealthy local or a local, it's easier for them to transfer money around, and nobody cares. Who cares if a Venezuelan is kidnapped in Venezuela? Nobody. A British guy's kidnapped anywhere in the world and makes the media is big attention. That guy was lucky because he didn't end up dead. The issue is with a lot of the express kidnapping gangs, they're not professional. They're not professional criminals. They want to make quick money. Will they be drunk? Will they be drugged? Most probably. Do they care if they kill you? No. The chances, if you're kidnapped, if you're picked up, yes, you're going to experience violence. Yes, you're going to be abused. Good chance you'll be sexually abused, especially if you're a female. 100%. So this is where you don't want to get kidnapped in the first place. Makes me laugh when people go on about, oh, we got kidnapping insurance. Well, we'll get kidnapping insurance. That's complete bullshit. So after you've been kidnapped, abused, and raped, somebody's promising they'll come and pay your ransom. Well, the issue is with express kidnappings, if they apply for ransom, they generally want it quickly. So by the time your insurance company, you got the Kidnap and Ransom insurance from actually works out what's going on, the bad guys will expect the ransom to be paid, or you're going to end up dead. The chances are you end up dead if you're dealing with insurance companies. So this is where express kidnappings are very fluid, and if a ransom demand comes in for an express, then it has to be dealt with very quickly and very fluidly. Is that a guarantee that the victim will be released? 100% no. A lot of times in express kidnappings, unlike established groups, the kidnappers are street criminals. They don't care. If they end up killing the victim, then they'll just find somebody else. That's it. So the emphasis, excuse me, the emphasis with all of this is don't get kidnapped in the first place. If you get kidnapped, you're going to have big problems. Nobody's going to come and help you. Even if people, you got family, you got a support network which can come up with the money and pay a ransom, well, hopefully you won't get killed in the initial kidnapping. Hopefully you won't be abused too much during the kidnapping. And hopefully if a ransom's paid, the kidnappers aren't going to say, F it, and just kill you anyway. Why? Because you can identify them. So, don't get kidnapped. I've got books online to do with various aspects of the security business, close protection, firearms, etc. I've also got a book online that specifically talks about kidnap and ransom. We'll be throwing up a lot more content, video content that covers various aspects of the security business, kidnap and ransom, etc. Please connect with me on social media, follow our videos, and if you have any relevant questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer relevant questions, but I tend not to answer stupid questions. So, be good, stay safe, and remember, your personal security is down to you, nobody else. Just because you have an insurance policy or subscribe to some service, when things go bad, the chances are nobody's going to be coming to get you. It's up to you to sort out your own problems. So stay safe, stay out of trouble, and keep it real.